Anyways, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. I don't think I remember saying that in the last stream at all. So we'll just get it out of the way right off the rip. Wait for some people to hop in. I'm going to get a drink real quick. So I'll be honest, it's probably going to be a relatively shorter stream because currently the rest of SummerSlam is going on. And the match is going on right now. I don't care quite as much about, so I don't mind streaming at the moment. I already watched a few of the ones I was like the most interested in checking out. Oh, so hopefully some people pop in, and then we'll get the crack-a-lackin'. Oh, it's been a fun couple days. Yesterday, I worked and then was out of town, seeing a couple of friends that live out of town. And then today, I had to go pick up my daughter like a few hours away and drive back, so that was fun. So I spent most of the day driving. But Anguirus finally came in through Entertainment Earth. This is where I got my pre-order. So if you guys are interested at the end of this video, link is in the description in order to get one for yourselves today. They do have them in stock. I just looked it up. He's $140. I saw that I got charged like $160. That's probably after taxes and everything. I should look at what the fees were, but it was $140 to pick it up. So I'm excited. Haven't got to get any MonsterArts in a while. I haven't really been able to pick up too much like fancified figures. The fancy figures. It's mainly been like what I could find at Target and what have you. Oh yeah, I got charged $152. Why is it $140 on the website right now? I missed something? Huh. Anyways, I'm gonna pull that off to the side. Might need that one for later. But, comes in this fancy little box. I wonder if maybe the pre-order price did an update or something, maybe? For my feelings, you could pick it up for $12 cheaper than what I got it for right now. Oh, ho, ho. Never know. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Oh, excuse me. Because, like, this one, you could get, like, 3 different movie versions out of it. Because you get, like, Destroy All Monsters, Godzilla vs. Gigan, and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. So, specifically, need, like, Broken Jaw Anguirus. And then... I forget what the colors... if there's any real big difference between this version and Destroy All Monsters. Like maybe doing the bloody head. But your name says Lunar. I feel like I need to go with that. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of Power Rangers behind me for sure. Oh, well yeah. So Anguirus. Can't see him inside of the package. Very flamey box. I'll have to go check. Yeah, because off the top of my head, I don't think the color is different between the movies. So I want to say he's still like a predominantly like brown color. I was to say the Beetle one. Actually the Z helmet I don't think is that expensive to get a hold of. Because there was a time frame when this was actually cheaper to pick up than what I paid for. Because I paid like full retail for it, and then it like went on clearance. That's the Legacy head. The Legacy head never really got cheaper. Ultraman wise, I don't really got anything down here at the moment. Technically, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Oh boy. Is he taped? Do I have to cut tape? Alright, looks like we're good. Looks like we are hunky-dory. That's all dolls? Dolls specifically? I can't see I do. I technically had like the little action figures that had like the armature body inside of a suit. Probably be like the closest thing. I did sell some Power Rangers a little while ago. For the most part, what I have here, I don't really plan on getting rid of. I kind of already chopped it down quite a bit. It's pretty much at things that I like. Or have some representation. The only thing would maybe be like the Super 7 Dragon Zord I could see possibly getting off of. Also, thank you for that. Crazy. Oh, I'm already liking this one. Gotta take this nice sleeve off. So the back's removable on this one, right? I kept seeing everybody do that. Oh, it's the tummy section. Yeah, it's so weird that there's just kind of like floops around on the back here. It's great for posability purposes. Oh, man. Mouth. Whoop. Typical MonsterArts. They are ball jointed figures, so if you do overextend the joints, they will pop off. Let's try to pop that back in. There we go. So it looks like the mouth opens up about that far. Get myself out of the shot real quick so it focuses on a little better. Head sculpt looks really good, like the spikies. Broke its jaw all the time. Got a nice hardness to them. Yeah, the paint job looks pretty solid from what I could tell. Like the back's definitely airbrushed, so it is a bit brighter than I would say it probably should be. But that's just kind of the nature of the beast. It's much faster just to airbrush this thing in one go and just thicken the tips than trying to make it look clean. Can't even. But the face looks good painted. I'm not noticing anything really wrong with the teeth. Looks solid. Does got a posable tongue. So the tongue does shift around. Keep on the spikes, technically. It's not as bad as like Toka. Toka's the one that is like if you hold on to that thing, it kind of hurts you a bit. Oh, some of the ones behind us? Yeah, let me know once I'm done going over this guy. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I do not remember the back spikes, the spiky bits on the back of his leg. Does the Bandai have that? I feel like that's a key thing I've missed my entire life, is him having spikes. Popping things off repeatedly, don't mind me. So as far as his back feet move, I can have one major nitpick. Oh yeah, stepping out of this thing would suck royally. Okay, so I do have one little nitpick. Is I wish the back legs could bend farther back. Sorry, not the back. The back feet. I feel like should be able to get a little bit more flat. than what they do currently. So you get him like fully on his hands and knees. It's definitely a bit of a stiffy boy, that's for sure. Pulsability is nice though. This is also another key figure where I kind of wish it had extra hands because he's kind of geared with the way his hands are to be on all fours, but his back feet don't bend as quite as far back. Well, I guess for like human sake, it probably is satisfactory the way that it bends. But I think it'd be kind of nice if it could go a little bit more flush. Tail's really nice though. It's nice posability there. Three D party hands? That'd be cool. Because it'd be nice to be able to have them like kind of like in a normal maybe like relaxed or scratching hand instead of just like the all fours look. Granted, you can get it shot. It just looks like he's karate chopping everything. Now I'm looking quite a bit. Kind of wish I would have brought the Revoltech down to kind of compare. Because Anguirus is one of my wife's favorites, so my Revoltech one is definitely safe to be staying in the collection, but I'm super stoked to be getting this guy. Yeah, I'm liking him quite a bit. I don't know if the price point is that great for it, though. Because currently right now we're paying inflated prices for all these import figures, because hooray. We all know why. So I feel like he should have been a little cheaper. Gigan I understood a little bit more because there's like the amount of different materials on it kind of made it make a little bit more sense to me. Still not happy about it. He is like still in the realm of acceptable, but I think at that price point some extra hands would have been kind of sweet. If he was in like the like 100-ish range, I think I would be way more impressed with it. Current price I paid for it, he's fine. I do dig him quite a bit. Like I would say he's probably the best looking Anguirus that I have right now, next to the X Plus. Now, granted, the X Plus is a 55 that I have. But of the few later show Anguirus, yeah, this one's definitely the best looking one. For sure. It also really pulls, but like I love that you can get the the back fling with them. Oh, he sucks trying to put ball joint pieces back in, though. That's absurd. Oh, the soccer ball? I don't think you'll be able to work that in. He's not that pulsable, because as you can see, his tail only goes so far. I wonder how they would do Final Wars if they would actually attempt to, like, engineer the tail to be able to bend it like you see it and be able to tuck his head in. I feel like that's its own thing. It's honestly one of those pieces, like I think that's like almost perfect for somebody to 3D print is the giant spiky ball. Oh yeah, the water suits. Yeah, the Godzilla 2. Oh. I'm surprised nobody's done custom heads for those. Doing like the really crappy water look one, and like you can swap the heads out for like that, or like do a puppet head for the 62. Favorite action figure? My go-to answer is almost always the Imperial Godzilla 1985. It's the one I've had for the longest. Like I still have my original one from when I was 4. Still my favorite one. I can see how I make Anguirus, but at the rate that they're going, one, we're gonna be waiting a few years for Anguirus. And two, prices are also getting more expensive on them guys too. Like with the current highest prices, if you want to pick up newer stuff, you're probably looking more in the 75 range. So they're cranking up a little bit as well. So who's to say? That and they ever really like outside of Ghidorah, I don't think there's any other Showa kaiju's. Oh, there's a Mecha, right? Did they even announce a Mecha? I think they announced Mecha. Nah, no Arkham Knight figures. Don't have much Batman. The only thing real Batman I have is I have an animated series Batmobile and Batman from McFarlane. I think that's the only thing I really have hanging out here anymore. I used to have some of like the Batman and Robin ones and stuff, but I ended up selling those. So I have like one Batmobile, probably like the quintessential Batman thing from my childhood. I have some kind of representation of it. I thought there was another question too, but maybe I missed. Maybe I'm missing it. Pipeworks would be cool. Scream Effect wouldn't be that hard to do, the pull off, to be fair. Okay, maybe I didn't miss another one. Back one. So you're saying left side, right? Should technically be my right. Nothing's Batman up here. So one problem is like stuff's over here because over here is all Alien and Predator figures. 100% never been a woman. Yes, and I also totally don't have my wife watching my little girl upstairs. Crazy, I know. Yeah, and that's all Power Rangers, Gridman over there. It's always my favorite comments. It's like, oh, the guy's got action figures, never been laid. When I didn't really start like hard, like like growing up, I liked action figures pretty much until like high school. I leaned on it because high school was girls. I was more into it at the time. And then shortly, then me and my wife started dating like early, my first year of college, and then went right back into it. Yeah, they're going up. But a lot of that just has to do with the tariff situation right now. So they could go back down, which if that happens, also the MonsterArts could technically go back down too. So it'd be both will work in our favors if that happened. Odd powers are great. The only thing that sucks about doing it on the phone is it's like I can mute people, but I have to like go back through. It's pretty much like oh, it's probably not that hard actually on here. It's just hard to thumb and do this without like hitting other things. Transformers, yes I do, just not down here. So if you're new to the channel, my house, how me and my wife have it set up, is each rooms kind of have a theme to them. So my office down here is like 90s nostalgia slash anime. It's pretty much like all the stuff that Steve loved growing up, and I still like currently because anime was like kind of, I fit into that genre, but there is newer anime stuff that I have down here. But it's the same as like some of the action figures are like based off things that I like, but they're newer. So that's what's here. The rest of the rest of the basement, once you get out of the office, is pretty much my wife's. It's all dinosaurs, Jurassic Park, you name it. If it's something prehistoric, it's hanging out down here. Upstairs in our dining room is the Transformers. It's pretty much just Transformers. There's a couple of other giant robot things hanging out there, but predominantly Transformers. And then our living room which is pretty big, is where all the like kaiju and actual like legit Japanese stuff is, like the tokusatsu. Oh, sweet. This is probably this, and the basement is definitely the most compact. As I would say, area per like figures per space. This might be the room that has the most figures in it. The dinosaur one, I would say, is pretty close if it isn't exceeding. Oh, also the video, like some of my video game stuff's out in the basement too because of it's where like my arcade cabinet, my old systems are. Because I'm trying to think, because I don't have more Godzilla stuff, like Godzilla giant monster stuff, than I do everything down here, for sure. There's a lot of it upstairs. Like any shelf space upstairs got Godzilla, Ultraman, Pacific Rim, or some of like the pure Japanese tokusatsu stuff like B Fighter, Kamen Rider Black. Uh, so funny enough, I know I know my name of my daddy. Last time I saw him was when I was 6. And last I heard, he lived in Oregon, so I actually don't know what he does. No Lego Star Wars. The only Star Wars I collect is Black Series of figures I can't get in Hasbro 12-inch doll figures, and then Hasbro 12-inch doll figures. So like I said, this office is like 90s nostalgia. So I kind of like, so all my Star Wars stuff is there on that shelf, and then it's like anime that way. Behind is anime. Then we got the prototype custom shelf, AVP stuff, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles over there. If I keep spinning, there's Street Fighter. Pretty much the video game ones I really like are in my office, which is like the AVP arcade stuff and the Street Fighter and the Kenner alien figures. Outside of what hides back here is some box stuff that I just don't have any room currently. Like my box queen hides out back there. Yeah, kindergarten cup. I know. It's probably my favorite thing outside of from Kindergarten Cop. Outside of the one little boy that's like girls have penises and boys or sorry, boys have penises, girls have vaginas. I always like that one too, and he's just like staring at him. It's a good one. Kindergarten Cop's great though. Like all those old Arnold comedy films are awesome. Oh yeah, I've seen RoboCop. If you didn't notice, there's RoboCop stuff sitting right there. With the Ed 209, a couple of RoboCops, a couple of the video game RoboCops. They hang out with the Terminator ones because they're from the Terminator game. And the Ed 209. I also currently just pre-ordered the Hot Toys Kane. I gotta get RoboCop still. Working on that. But I have Kane on order. Which one of the reasons I gotta probably when I'm done streaming, I gotta take some pictures of some stuff that I gotta put up on eBay so I can make more room so I have somewhere to put them when they show up. So I'm working on that because there's some anime figures. Because with the current prices of figures, I'm not going to collect them anymore. And if I'm not finished in the line, I don't need them. So there's some stuff I'm just going to put on eBay. And then if stuff gets better, sweet, I'll maybe go back into trying to collect them. But there's certain things like I've been kind of debating on getting off of them. And now it's just got even more of a kick in the butt because I'm not going to pay the prices to keep it going even if I wanted to. So there's like a few of the Figmas I'm going to probably end up getting rid of. Not sure what else. Like I said, I'll probably cut down on a few things. Because I think the one I kind of look at is the NECA gargoyle stuff. But one, I like gargoyles. We have the core characters, so I'm kind of happy about that. It just sucks that they're not making anymore. Are you talking about the RoboCop, the reboot one? I didn't think it was that bad. It wasn't amazing, but I didn't think it was that bad. It's watchable. I could be wrong though. I think my biggest gripe with the reboot RoboCop is it takes itself too seriously. Because one thing I love about the original RoboCop is it's a serious movie that like it doesn't take itself seriously though. While the new RoboCop is a serious movie that took itself seriously, so it kind of sucks the fun out of the movie a bit. Ooh, Transformers or Gundam? That's a tough one. Me personally, I would probably put Gundam a little higher. Oh, that's tough. Because there's the two Transformer things I really like is Beast Wars and Transformers Prime. I love Transformers. Like Transformers Prime is probably my favorite Transformers thing. Beast Wars is a close second though. The movies haven't really done it for me. And I like of course the original Gen 1 show. So that's where I'm like, I really like Prime. Like I have all like majority like any unique Prime character, I have a figure of. And a few other stuff. I have a lot of Transformers Prime. That's pretty much the majority of my Transformer collection where it's Prime, some masterpieces of characters that I really liked. I almost have all the Beast Wars guys, the core guys. There's a few I would like to pick up here and there. Transformers less annoying kids. Yeah, I'll give you that one. I used to have Gen 1 Transformer toys, but we ended up selling them when Shinji got sick. Because we hadn't bought one in so long. I was like, at least we buy like a masterpiece Transformer stuff once in a while. We don't do nothing with these Gen 1s. And I didn't like when parents were buying toys and stuff, I didn't really have my first real introduction to Transformer toys was Beast Wars. So I didn't really have like fond memories of like the original. I just thought they were cool. So we ended up getting rid of those. But for me, like Gundam, like I love G Gundam. It's just they just don't make many action figures for it that are good. Which sucks. Like I love G Gundam. I love Gundam Wing. The new Witch from Mercury was sweet. Iron Blooded Orphans was great. And there's definitely been like a lot of Gundam series I definitely could get into. So that's why I would put it a little bit over Transformers because there's just more of it to watch that I enjoyed. But I think as a whole, I like some Transformers characters more than I like any Gundam. So like I said, it's a weird one. Shinji, he was my previous dog. He got really sick, and the vet bills got pretty expensive. So that's what happened there. Do I still have a Shockwave figure? I'm trying to think. Actually, technically, I have a Transformers Prime Shockwave. I think he's the only one I have at the moment. So I don't think I have the Masterpiece. I have a Soundwave. I don't have Shockwave. Oh, no problem, Shani. Yeah, it's funny enough that top 10 is probably like one of the most watched things. How about you? No, he was a Puggle. If anything, he was named after Shinji from Evangelion. Because when we first went to pick him up, he looked like the most depressed animal ever. Because we went to, we had to drive like about an hour out of town to a guy that had him. And I guess they lost the entire litter but two puppies. And when we got there, one of the puppies already sold. So he was the last one. And the dude was like, "Oh yeah, he's in the backyard if you want to go play with him." He goes back. We go into the backyard, and here's this little black and brown puggle just sitting by a tree, arms between his legs, and he's just kind of like this little fat ball, and just kind of like just moping by a tree, all by his lonesome. And then when he noticed us, he got super pumped that there was somebody in the backyard. And then he went to investigate, and kind of fell in love with him. And then because he looked so mopey, that was the name that popped into my head. Oh, DreamWorks movie animated, probably Shrek 2. Shrek 2 is great. Yeah, Battle Damage Heifetz, that one's sweet. I'm looking forward to the Ling Ji-hoon one. Love to get that the leatherback. Like, oh my god, can't wait for that thing. Even lights up. But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much about it. He's sadly the only new figure that I've gotten. I got a Molina I gotta pay for in the next day or two. Oh, did you? I never even seen the first one. It looked kind of interesting, but didn't check it out. My wife dragged me to go see House on Eden, which is a horror movie done by a couple of YouTubers, which I've seen their shorts and stuff and really didn't like their shorts. Uh, but my wife likes them, so we went to see the movie. It was better than I was expecting it to be, which means but it'd still say it was just okay. It's like okay at best. Oh, yeah, I used to have the Dark of the Moon. I did have way more. We actually used to have a lot more Transformers figures, but over the years, it's been like the one collection that has like shrunk the most between everything. Like my anime stuff kind of fluctuates in and out of things that I like and don't like at the time. Uh, yeah, I would say like as a giant section of our collection, it's definitely been the one I've weeded out the most. Turtles would probably be a close second because we used to do like the animated turtles and stuff too, and I got pretty much got rid of all of them. It's pretty much movie Last Ronin is really all I do, and it's stuff a couple of other things that are kind of cool here and there. Yeah, so today's weather where I'm in Michigan wasn't too bad. Trying to think of other than is there any other movies coming out? I want to go see Fantastic Four, but I know my wife doesn't really want to, so I might just that might be when I have to wait till Disney Plus comes out. Nah, sadly, don't fish. When I was younger, I did. Speaking of my dad, that was the one thing I went to with my dad. Oh, I'll have to check that out. I haven't been on the Discord much today. That's funny. But yeah, no, as I say, I used to fish with my like that was the one thing like I didn't really fish too much. He fished, so when I would go visit him on the weekends because they were divorced, he would usually be fishing, and I would just be kind of mucking around wherever he was fishing at. Then once in a while fishing with him. Then I had some buddies that were into it in like middle school, high school, so I did it with them a few times. That was pretty much about it. Jurassic Park movie, I thought the Jurassic World movie, I thought was really solid. Because the next movie I'm looking forward to is the Predator Badlands for sure. That one I'm pretty stoked for. Saw the Avatar trailer. That one, I like the first. I like the first Avatar quite a bit. The second was fine. So I'll still probably go see the third one. Nope, like I mentioned, I haven't seen him since I was 6. So like I said, last time I heard from my real dad, he was moving to an Oregon with some lady, and then he called like once or twice afterwards, and that was hiding her hair out of him since, which is fine. It's one of those things, like, some people were like, is it like a touchy subject? No, not really. Didn't really have too much feelings for the dude, to be honest. So it was one of those, like, I was kind of young, like, I'm kind of, like, happy I was younger when it happened. Because it's pretty much just like the guy I went and hung out in the woods with on the weekends. I'll say I was more sad about some of my relatives. Because my grandma, because he would also usually be doing stuff when I would go with him anyway. So most of the time I was hanging out with my grandma. And my grandma, my dad's mom, she was sweet. Yeah, I don't think so. So I think you'd probably try to make some contact if you did. Oh yeah, it's fine. Neomorph plays. You know, the names kind of rings a bell. Problem is, I have to see like a lot of names. So, oh, I do actually still have to open these things. One of these days. Funny enough, because the thing with these ones is, half the time I see these, the boxes usually aren't that great. These are actually not that bad. It's kind of why I generally open them. Oh, this one actually shoots the missile. I should not notice that. It actually comes with a little missile thing. Because there's a few of the dolls that they actually had gimmicks. I have like one other one that has like a functional blaster. Yeah, not the Snow Trooper. Snow Trooper has a blaster. But anyways, I think I'm probably gonna call this stream good. My goal tomorrow is I was off today, but out of town most of the day, just like yesterday. So tomorrow I'm gonna try to work on commissions pretty much all majority of the day. I gotta help my mom with one thing, and I got a few commissions I gotta try to wrap up because there's one I want to try to ship out tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Monday. Because tomorrow the post office is closed. I got a head that I had to, some of the Ghost Rider heads. I finally got some more of the heads printed, and my big printer jacked up like every single one of them, as it does. I just need to sell that thing. It's nice to be able to do big prints on them, but for the most part, it has a really hard time doing anything relatively large and also nicely. I can have that thing like super level and still has some issues here and there. Oh yeah, I'll see the Mandalorian movie. Pretty stoked for that one. Does he? I know my big one doesn't, because I have the plastic version of this. I don't think so. I can't really see his little the crossbow very well, but it doesn't look like it. Because I know the big plastic one I have doesn't either. But he's sweet. I love. This is like the first one I've seen of the fuzzy ones that actually look solid. Like, I don't want to open this one. Like, I'm definitely not opening the Chewbacca because I've never seen one look this nice in the package. It always looks like some weird, like, fluffy, oversized Ewok. It's always sweet. So yeah. Oh, nothing else too exciting. No, like I said, the only figure I got that's going to be on the way is Melina from Elden Ring. I got the Figure Arts one. No, I'm a bigger fan. I have gotten the Josh Whedon thing before. That or Notch from Minecraft. He made Minecraft, right? Oh, the newborn. Oh, I don't know. It's one of those weird things where if they made it, I would get it because it was in the movies. But I don't want it. If that sounds weird enough. So it would be one of those, like, I'd feel obligated to pick it up, but I don't wanna. So if they don't make it, I don't have to pick it up then. Because funny enough, on all the alien stuff, I don't have any. I don't have anything from the first Prometheus movie because honestly, I'm not the biggest Prometheus fan. Or Covenant, like they're fine. Like I have the Neomorph and the Protomorph, more so because of YouTube reasons. Because at the time, the Alien figures did really well, per the algorithm and just views in general. So I bought the Alien Covenant ones, but I'm not that big into the movies. So they're like one of the things. Like I could see maybe selling these three. Because, like I mentioned, I'm not really like that obsessed with them. Yeah, like they were just kind of fine. Like that's probably my least favorite thing about Romulus is where they bring that back up and then that newborn thing happens and I was like, God, can we just get away from the black goo? I'd be hunky dory. That's why I'm hoping with these new Predator movies because they're going to be tied into aliens because we already know because we've seen the Alien Yutani stuff. I'm hoping they just kind of like okay that it's there, but we're just gonna forget about it and just keep doing the cool, fun alien things, impregnating things, and making fun aliens. That's all I want in life. I just want more alien movies like the alien toys from back in the day. It'd be great. And like I said, if I picked between the two, Covenant I like more, but and the Neomorph was pretty interesting. Protomorph is fine too. It's just it has that same problem as like uh, Rise of Skywalker to me, where it just feels like it's taking a bad movie and then trying to fix itself and it does like a mediocre job at fixing itself. But that being said, I still think it was fine. Like I definitely don't mind watching Covenant if somebody wants to watch it, but I probably won't pop it in myself. Romulus I actually enjoyed quite a bit, even with the goo involvement parts. Because again, it's like once they involve the goo, it's just like things don't make sense anymore. It's just things are happening because things. Oh really? I really liked the animated Predator movie. A lot of my buddies didn't like the World War II section of it. And I actually kind of digged it because it was just the most unique thing out of the set. Granted, it's just a ship shooting harpoons at things, which is like, really? Arnez is pretty cute. That is true. Yeah, we need another EVP for sure. I am totally fine. I'm still thinking that in this Predator movie, there's going to be probably aliens in it. The way he's been talking about stuff lately, I would be surprised if there's no like random xenomorph thing somewhere in this movie. Even if it doesn't quite tie into it, still it should be in there somewhere. Yeah, everything else about Romulus is great. Like I said, I was super on board with that movie until the goo happened, and I don't even hate some of the stuff. It's just like like the way the plot is just like some of the stuff is just like, well, if it mutates the rat, but then she injects, but it doesn't mutate her, but it mutates the baby. Then why does the baby look like an engineering thingy when the other thing didn't? I like nothing about it makes sense. Like there's no like rhyme or reason to it. That's kind of like my big issue. Like why did nothing happen with her? It's like if she would have started mutating and then the baby came out because of this, so we have like giant deformed lady giving birth to giant deformed monster. Okay, I would have been like, okay, at least like, from what we've seen, what happened with the rat, it made sense why it happened to her, which is why it's weird that we have this thing now. would have been okay, but then that didn't happen. So, but I would say outside of the first two Aliens movie, it's probably the best one. Personally, I like AVP a little bit more, but that's me. Uh, I actually one of the ones I like the first AVP a lot. Requiem's a fun one to watch YouTube clips. Love Requiem's YouTube clip. Oh, and Prometheus. Yeah, like why are you? Why are they? So many stupid things in that movie. Ugh. Because it has a lot of like all the hallmarks of like stupid, like people doing stupid things in horror movies, to like the T. Kind of like when I was watching House of Eden, had that same issue. Like there's like the whole plot, like they just start being mean for reasons, and the only reason for them to be mean is it separates them, so that stuff can happen. Nothing really focal to the plot or anything. It's just like I'm gonna be a dick to be a dick, and oh, things happen now. Yeah, like for me, I like AVP. I think it would have benefited from being R a lot more. If it was an R rated movie, think it would have done. I think it would have been a way better movie because it just makes more sense the way it is. And then some of like the P.W. Anderson stuff, the way he films things, like having the random like stop motion things happening and everything, are probably my biggest gripes from it. But I think like in terms of like the plot, the story, the characters, nothing really was that bad. Nothing was bad. Plus, it's probably some of the best designs we've gotten. Like it's still my AV Requiem. Funny enough, has my favorite. Like the Wolf Predator is like the coolest Predator ever, and it sucks because he's in the like one of the worst movies. And then the alien designs, like the Pred alien's sweet. Pred alien's one of the coolest aliens. The aliens looked really good. Like everything about the movie, I want to like. That's what I say. Like YouTube clips of all the scenes with the aliens and predators in them, best movie ever. We take all the humans out of it, movie's great. It is a fun 10 minutes. But AVP was still sweet. AVP was just kind of like Tomb Raider with aliens and predators in it, which is fine. More than fine. It's just weird that it takes place on Earth. Nothing bad happened with the aliens and predators, but it makes sense. Like because of the location, it kind of makes sense because the aliens would freeze and then they thought so they can't really leave the continent to really harm anything. Yeah, it probably was all my fault. I apologize. Well, that's one of the reasons why like, I still have all my AVP stuff because I was debating like when we were trying to figure out funds for Shin, I was debating on getting rid of this stuff, and I'm kind of glad that I ended up still keeping the movie things. Honestly, the only real movie thing I probably wouldn't mind getting off of that I still have hanging out. Funny enough, I still have the alien from Isolation. I sold Ripley a while back, but I kept the Isolation alien. Debating on getting off with it because I don't have her anymore, so I don't really quite need her. But there's this guy, the assassin predator from the Predator. I don't have the fugitive predator. I probably should grab the fugitive predator. I really don't like that movie though. Yeah, the isolation figure's sweet. But there was some of them that was just like on eBay she was doing okay in price. And I was like, well, I'll keep the alien at least, so at least I have the alien because my thought process was I was just gonna get rid of everybody that was human characters. So I got rid of like Ripley. I have I was gonna say, do I still have a Ripley? I might have got rid of the Ripley. But I kept like all the aliens, predators. The only human character I kept from the series is Dutch. I have a couple of Dutches from Predator because it's Arnold. But I was just like, my favorite thing about the movies are the aliens and the predators. Like, I like some of the human characters, but like, I don't gravitate towards them, and like, I don't need to stare at them on my shelf. So I pretty much kept all that. I still have the power loader. Oh yeah, I still have a Ripley. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure I kept a Ripley because I have the power loader, so I wanted a Ripley. So I have the Kenner tribute Ripley still hanging around. But I sold all the other ones. Yeah, because that's kind of a lot of the way I collect. Is if I want to, if me looking at it to invoke some kind of feeling, and usually, funny enough, human characters don't usually do it for me. So that's why I have like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is probably the one I kind of get away with, and Star Wars, of course. Star Wars growing up, like I love all the characters from Star Wars, so that's why like the dolls and everything. Like I don't have my having Luke, Leia, and everybody. Um, but action figure form, that's kind of the reason why I like Mandalorian a lot, because a lot of people are wearing suits and armor and everything, which I just think like on a shelf looks cool. They just look cooler. Like I just find the like the generic clothed people just kind of not as fun. What we got, Diplodocus? And then same with like anime. Like anime is one of the weird ones where it's like I primarily like collecting like the female characters because usually they're my more favorite characters on the shows, anyways. Because they always just have like, generally speaking, they got more character to them than most of the dudes. Usually, they're a little more quirky. Usually, a lot of the guys in a lot of anime shows are pretty straightforward, straight laced. So I tend to not collect them as much. Like Evangelion, it's pretty much like Evangelion. I have a Tenchi figure from Tenchi Muyo, and there's like a few characters here and there of guys that I like. Like I have like some Domon Kashus from G Gundam. I'm trying to look around. Like I said, there's not a lot of guy anime figures that I own. It's like I have a Shinji. I have. It's not really a guy, but I have like an Eins from Overlord. I have like an the old Tenchi. Even Dragon Ball, I only have a Piccolo, so he doesn't count. And then Yu Hakusho. Yu Hakusho, some of the new Kaiju number 8 ones. Got Roger Smith from Big O. Character. Shoo, is that what they go for nowadays? I like Jujutsu Kaisen, but I didn't like it enough that I felt like I needed figures. Like I said, I have a weird. My anime collecting is weird because there's some shows that I really like, but I think a lot of it too is for Jujutsu Kaisen is one of those. I actually like most of the dude characters more, so there's not really anybody I really want to buy. I think that's probably it. Another one I really like is like the new Dan is really sweet. Oh man, that sucks. Well, even this guy I see, he's starting to go for a little bit more money. He just came out. Which is Laios from Delicious in Dungeon. Because I really love this one. You can find it on Netflix. It's made by the same people that made Kill la Kill, like Kill la Kill, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Darling in the Franxx. Are all really sweet. But I really like that one. I actually have I'm a really big Studio Trigger fan. Like I have the Star Wars figures that they did. And I really like the show, but the how much those figures have gone up in price. Like I'm not willing to spend like $150 per figure. Like he was already 100, which kind of sucked, but he's a little bigger, so I was like, I understood. Marceline you can get for like 80, and then it's like now all the other figures are hit by the tariffs problem, so they're like 150 plus, and they're like smaller characters. It's like the dwarf and the gnome from the series. And I'm just like, I'll just buy the pop-up parades whenever they come out. Yeah, but the best thing I could say about it is it's like Dungeons and Dragons if it was a food show. And it's great. The animation's stellar. It's actually a pretty comical series too. Apothecary Diaries is good. I've caught up with that one. My newest animes I've been watching, at least this season, there's the second season of Dress Up Darling, which has been really good. I love the first season. I actually have a few of the again weird collecting. I have some figures of from that show, which I popped up on the channel periodically. I'm watching that. Kaiju number 8. Are we talking about the MonsterArts? Because I'm probably not getting it. Only because I already have a Burning Godzilla. I don't really need any more of them. I'm currently in the midst of making my own smoke effects for mine. I gotta sit down and do the scanner, but I still have to fix the printer. And I got other commissions I gotta worry about, so I'm trying to get through those so I can work on doing more scanning, but I gotta get the thing going. Yeah, because second season's playing right now. You can find it on Crunchyroll. There's a few of the episodes around now. Now it's trying to remember what the name of the other shows I was watching. So I haven't been paying that hard attention to it. I just see like, hey, what you've been watching, there's a new one. Because there's one, it's the Shy Hero and the Assassin Princesses. It's not great, but it's amusing. I was watching that one. There's one that's like so and so sisters are that easy. Something with an M. It's about an unimpressive kid, but his mom was a really well known actress, and he gets taken in by this dad to help his three like super up like top echelon kids at the school. And of course, like they all start falling in love with them, yada yada yada. That one's been pretty solid. We have one cat. His name's Serva. He shows up pretty often during the live streams. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to crash bomb this live stream because that's what he does. He's very good at it. But usually around this time, he tends to, if he's not bugging me, he's probably sleeping. And then there's another like shonen style anime. It begins with the G. That's the one I just can't remember the pronunciation for the name. But it's about it's pretty much like their powers is they could make items into like super powered weapons, and they live in a junk world. That one's been okay. So I've been keeping up with that one. So far, probably my favorite anime so far this season has been Dress Up Darling that I've been keeping up with. But anyways, I guess we'll call it good here. As currently SummerSlam is going on right now, and when I started the stream was when the matches weren't that interesting, and I'm pretty sure stuff's probably happened since then. My favorite alien figure. This one I'm handing out up here. It's popped up on the channel. It's popped up more on Super Unimportant Reviews than it has on this channel. But we have my Spitter Alien, Square Enix, from the video game Colonial Marines. This is my favorite anime figure or not alien figure that I own. It's the Disney Princess version that I had to chop up in order to get this on. I've just been kind of living forever in this dress. But since we're here, I'll take it off real quick, so you guys can get a better understanding of it. But yeah, when this one showed up in videos, it was generally wearing the dress. Because it was also used in a skit video for when Disney acquired the rights. Spitter was just like, I'm a Disney princess now. Yeah, don't assume this alien's gender. You don't know. 2025, sir. But yeah, I love this thing. This thing is literally just pretty much like a NECA figure on steroids. Like, the glossiness is really good to it. It's got like proper ratchet joints for the hinges. If you never mess with a Square Enix figure, they tend to be pretty nice in terms of the joints. They have more standard like action figure joints. So like NECA, sometimes the joints will kind of like be tied to the figure, so it kind of hides a little better. Square Enix figures, it's just the joint hanging on in there. But because of the coloring, you don't really notice it on this guy. And he holds poses really well. And a lot more of it's also articulated. Because like you can move the tubes around on the back if you wanted to. And then this tube's attached to the head. So you can get the head pretty far back. You want to do it like on all fours. The only gripe I would say is that the tail's still a bendy tail. But it's not that big of a deal on these ones. Plus, when you buy these guys too, they come with like their own display bases and stuff too. State fairs once in a while. I haven't been to one in a minute. We might be going to a fair tomorrow. There's like a pickle a pickle festival thing going on. We might be going to. But I'd say in terms of Aliens figure, this is probably my favorite one I've ever owned. Oh, I'll be up for a little bit still, because like I said, SummerSlam is going on, so I'll probably be watching that because I like me some wrestling. It was funny. We were eating upstairs, and I was watching. The first match was Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. I am tired, so I'm mixing everything up. Versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And when Roman and Jay won, the music's playing, like everybody's throwing up the ones. And I was like, Casey, throw up your ones. And she like sitting in her high chair and she's like, woo. It was the best thing ever. I got a good laugh out of it. My wife's just looking at me like in disgust because she hates wrestling. And I'm like, I gotta get this child into wrestling. It's the only thing I really watch on my own. I watch wrestling and anime. Yeah, I'm debating on going because it is a bit of a drive. And I'm kind of poor this paycheck. So I don't know. I mainly want to go because I like food. So I get to eat some weird things. And I kind of want to see if they got some cool like pickled stuff. Because there's, you ever watch the Grumps? Some free advertisement. I know we're helping them promote the channel so much here. But the Grumps do like video, like a 10-minute power hour, where it's like a... Oh, why can't I think of it now? It's kind of like a variety show in a way. But they were like eating a bunch of random pickled stuff from a company, and they did pickled mushrooms. I'm like, that sounds sweet. So I've been trying to. So I heard that was going on. I got some friends that were maybe going out that way. I was like, oh well, I could take Casey. We could go get like some pickled pizza and stuff, and maybe see if they got like the pickled mushrooms. But anyways, you can help us defeat this kaiju by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We also get, oh yeah, the pickles. Pickles are pretty solid. They're one of those things the more I've aged, the more I like them. Like fried pickles are awesome. Pickle pizza is not too bad either. Like a dill pizza, I'm down with. I don't know if I haven't. Oh no, that's a lie. I've had like fried banana stuff. It's good. But you can also beat those guys by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We've also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys like you about the day with channel donate. Greatly would appreciate. Currently watching, you haven't liked yet. Awesome if you did. Oh, I hate to say it. I was never that big into King of the Hill. It's one of those shows, I'll watch it. I don't mind watching it. But I don't actively go out and watch it myself. There's a lot of like King of the Hill, Family Guy, Futurama. I've seen a lot of it, but it was more like I saw a lot with friends. More so than me actively wanting to watch it. I used to watch like when I was younger, it was like Family Guy and Simpsons, but even that, like both of those shows kind of waned on me after a while. But if you guys would like to pick up our good boy here, Mr. Spectre Boy, there's a link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Will take you right to this guy's link. If you guys would like to pick him up for yourself, super sweet action figure. If you guys are interested in pre-ordering the Hiya Godzilla stuff coming on in the near future, there's also a link in the description for Calcus, or you can get through Entertainment Earth. Either works for me. Preferably Calcus, because you save 6% off your order code Steve Calcus to checkout. You get them infinitely sooner than any of the stateside sites. But anyways, I'll see you guys next one. Later.